it's me, Eric, and so today we're going to talk about Free Dive to the Future, episode 4, and I went back to my old format because the construction people aren't here, but I'm going to talk about my feelings and discussions on episode 4 of Free. I think I just repeated myself, but with that, let us begin. So with this episode, we find where we left off in that Asahi, Haru, and Makoto are going to confront Ikuya while he's at practice, or not at practice, but when he's off of practice, but he's still in practice anyways. But of course, they get thwarted by Hiyori, who finds them and stops them. Which I will get into because someone has viewed me, a user had commented on my previous video and asked me my thoughts on what happened to Hiyori, but I will get to that soon. So the happy thing that happened in this episode is really when Makoto started swimming again. He came out of retirement to face Hiyori when Hiyori and challenged them to a match so that if they win, they get to see Ikuya actually and talk to him. And I found this really funny is that Asahi is like 1 minute to like hitting like everyone or getting angry at everyone, but every time Haru and Makoto has to like stop him from doing that, and I just found that really funny. So moving on to the main bulk of what I'm going to talk about is Hiyori, Hiyori's actions through what he's doing with his friend's ex-friend. So if you haven't watched my previous video in where I talked about the complexity of Hiyori's character, go ahead and watch that one for what I'm going to say now. So, but in short story, I was saying that Hiyori is trying to protect Ikuya in his own way. It might not be the greatest way, as we can see from the previous episodes and now's episode, but he in his own way is trying to do that. But in this episode, I think that it's getting to the point where you're really seeing his true character. Yes, he wants to protect Ikuya, but he is doing it in an obsessive and controlling way, to the point that Ikuya is not making his own decisions anymore, because Ikuya does know that Hiyori meets up with the guys, and he's like, yeah, it's fine with me, I don't really want to see them. But Hiyori is the one that elicits the question, saying like, I did the right thing, right? I told them not to see you. And he was like, yeah, very nonchalant about it. I'm pretty sure later on Hiyori is going to change his character just because that's how this anime works and how most anime works. But it's coming to the point where he's very controlling, and that's very unhealthy in this kind of relationship because Ikuya is not being his own person anymore. And yes, Natsuya had asked Hiyori to watch over Ikuya when he's back in Japan, but I don't think this is what Natsuya would wanted. This is more like he's making decisions for Ikuya and not really necessarily watching over him. He's almost becoming like that obsessive mom character, which is very opposite to Makoto. Does he have merit? Yeah, he's a very like trusting, like he wants to have the best for his friend in the terms of his own best. Like he thinks he's doing the right thing, but it's come to the point where it's like really obsessive. And I know I keep saying that, but that's how Hiyori is coming out in the episode. And what even sucks even more is that his character eventually Makoto does win in the backstroke, but he goes on saying like, yeah, you won, but like still not gonna let you see Ikuya, which is a very dick move. And what was even worse was he threw that shade at Haru, saying everyone who swims with you always gets hurt, referencing Ren and referencing Ikuya. And I was like, boy, stop. And I know he's probably gonna get better as the series goes on. He's gonna lose that, or like something. I'm pretty sure no one really is a bad character in Free, and an evil character in Free. I mean, you saw in the first season Rin was like the antagonist, but really he was just hurting. So I have no doubt in my mind that Hiyori is going to have this redemption arc. But as it is right now, it's very toxic. Hiyori is very toxic in his relationship with Yukiya. He might be thinking he's doing something right, but he's not really. And I feel like someone's going to snap him out of it. Might be actually Rin. I've heard some people speculate that it might be Rin that helps Ikuya become friends with Haru, which would make sense and a very good like story point, because going back to Hiyori's comment of like everyone that Haru swims with eventually gets hurt, it'd be cool if they are able to come together, Rin and Ikuya, and be okay, which shows that it's not Haru's fault. He might just be the one that ignites the passion back or something like that. So yeah, that is my small thoughts about this episode. I know I just rambled a lot about Hiyori's actions, but I think that is the main point of this episode. In the next episode we have one with Nagisa and Rei and the whole new Iwatobi crew and Samizuka and Sosuke added, and I'm excited for that. It's probably going to be like a happier episode in comparison to the few episodes that we had dealing with a lot of drama, so I am excited for that. So with that, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!